The untold story of coin-operated on Modern Marvels. Payphones are barely hanging on. But there was a time when the payphone was indispensable. The first payphone, called a coin phone back then, went into service in Chicago in 1898. By 1902, there were over 80,000 in the United States. The most surprising thing about commercial payphones is how simple the coin mechanisms were all the way up to 1965, before electronics were first incorporated.
Here's a good example of a 3-slot payphone from the 50s. A local call would cost a dime or a nickel. If you wanted to make a long-distance call, you had to get the operator involved.
That'll be 35 cents.
And by getting the operator involved, she would be listening to a series of sounds as you put the coins through. In order for her to put the call through, she would listen, and they made distinctive sounds. A quarter would go through the slot and go right to a bong sound. And she'd know that you put a quarter in. Next would be the dime. She would listen for 2 ding sounds. So that actually came around and hit the top of the bell and the bottom of the bell. Remarkably simple. Then you put the nickel in and it'll hit the bell 1 time. The phone had no idea of knowing how much money was collected. It was up to the operator, and she kept count at the central office. And then she would go ahead and put your call through.
In the 1990s, the number of payphones in the U.S. reached over 2.6 million. But because of the explosion of cell phone usage over the last decade, the payphone is fading fast.